Welcome to Crypto Millionaire Academy. Today is a big day in crypto because they have passed crypto regulations. The Senate has passed crypto regulations since the House without addressing Trump's investments. We'll go over this article real quick to see what they're discussing here, but this is obviously a big day for crypto. The Senate passed legislation Tuesday that will regulate a form of cryptocurrency known as stablecoins, the first of what the industry hopes will be a wave of bills to bolster its legitimacy and reassure consumers. The fast-moving legislation was passed by a 68-30 vote and will be sent to the House for potential revisions. Comes on the heels of a 2024 campaign cycle in which the crypto industry ranked among the top political spenders in the country, underscoring its growing influence in Washington and beyond. 18 Democratic senators crossed the aisle to vote for the legislation on Tuesday, siding with Republican majority, 53-47 in the Senate. Republican Senators Josh Hawley and Rand Paul were the only members of the party to oppose the measure. It was the second major bipartisan bill to advance to the Senate this year, following the Lackland-Riley Act on immigration enforcement in January. Still, most Democrats oppose the bill. They raised concerns that the measure does little to address Donald Trump's personal financial interest in the crypto space. We weren't able to include certainly everything we would have wanted, but it was a good bipartisan effort. Senator Angela Brooks on Monday, Brooks, a co-sponsor of the bill, added, "This is an unregulated area that will now be regulated." Senator Bill Hagerty, the bill's sponsor, representative from Tennessee, said on the Senate floor ahead of the vote that the legislation will have far-reaching implications for the financial system, a paradigm-shifting development that he believes will bring it into the 21st century. With this bill, the United States is a step closer to being a global leader in crypto, Hagerty said. Known as the Genius Act, this bill would establish guardrails and consumer protections for stablecoins, a type of cryptocurrency typically pegged to the U.S. dollar. The acronym stands for Guiding and Establishing National Innovation for U.S. Stablecoins. All right. There is a provision in the bill that bans members of Congress and their families from profiting off stablecoins, but that provision does not extend to the president and his family, even as Trump builds a crypto empire from the White House. Last month, the Republican president hosted a private dinner at his golf club in Virginia with top investors in a Trump-branded meme coin. His family holds a significant stake in World Liberty Financial, a crypto project that launched its own stablecoin, USD1. Trump reported earning $57 million from token sales at World Liberty Financial in 2024, according to a public financial disclosure released Friday. A meme coin linked to him has generated an estimated $320 million in fees, though the earnings are split among multiple investors. The administration is broadly supportive of crypto's growth and its integration into the economy. Ahead of Tuesday's vote, Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent urged the Senate to pass the bill, saying it could help stablecoins grow into a $3.7 trillion market by the end of the decade. Brian Armstrong, CEO of Coinbase, the nation's largest crypto exchange and major advocate for the bill, has met with Trump and praised his early moves on crypto. This past weekend, Coinbase was among the more prominent brands that sponsored a parade in Washington commemorating the Army's 250th anniversary, an event that coincided with Trump's 79th birthday. But the crypto industry emphasized that they view the legislative effort as bipartisan, pointing to champions on each side of the aisle. The Genius Act will be the most significant digital assets legislation ever to pass the U.S. Senate. Senate Banking Committee Chair Tim Scott, Republican, South Carolina, said ahead of a key vote last week. It is the product of months of bipartisan work. So, still the bill leaves unresolved concerns over the presidential conflict of interest, an issue that remains a source of tension within the Democratic caucus. Senator Elizabeth Warren has been among the most outspoken as the ranking member on the Senate Banking Committee, warning that the bill creates a superhighway for Trump corruption. She also warned that the bill would allow major technology companies such as Amazon and Meta to launch their own stablecoins. The stablecoin legislation still faces several hurdles before reaching the president's desk. It must narrowly clear the Republican-held majority in the House, where lawmakers may try to attach a broader market structure bill, sweeping legislation that would make passage through the Senate more difficult. Trump says that he wants stablecoin legislation on his desk before Congress breaks for its August recess, now just under 50 days away. So yeah, the Genius Act has passed the Senate. It's headed to the House. Stablecoins will now be regulated, and it has a framework for regulating stablecoins, which will also provide a framework for regulating crypto. So crypto is now mainstream. You can no longer say crypto is not mainstream. The president has his own crypto coin. He's profiting from it. They are in the business of profit, right? We are in the business of profit in America. And yeah, this is good for crypto. This is actually going to make crypto more mainstream. So it's really good. You can go to congress.gov, look up the bill. The bill is S.1582, called the Genius Act. You can go there to get the legislation at congress.gov. Read it for yourself. I think that's always good as a citizen to read the bill for yourself and decide what you think about it and what's in it. All right, guys. Thank you for joining the channel. Thank you for following Crypto Millionaire. Join us at cryptomillion.co to get crypto alerts and signals so you can make money as well. Thank you for following the channel. Guys, have a great day.